Hello everybody, welcome to Maths with Ethan. Today's video we are going to be looking at rounding. Rounding is when we make a number which has lots of numbers in it and we make that number smaller. So it's got less numbers in it but it has a similar value. Alright guys, if you enjoy this video remember to like and subscribe to this page. Hope you enjoy it. When you are asked to round, you're going to be asked to round to 1, 2 or 3 decimal places. When you have to round to 1 decimal place, this means there will just be one number after or to the right of the decimal place. For example, 1.4 or 11.2 or 276.7. If you are asked to round to 2 decimal places, your answer will have 2 numbers after the decimal place, or to the right of the decimal place. For example, 1.23, 17.48, or 1242.88, for example. If you're asked to give your answer to 3 decimal places, this follows the same pattern. There will be 3 numbers after the decimal point or to the right of the decimal point. For example, 9.123 or 18.694 or 69,148.731. So, when you're rounding, you need to look at the number to the right of the number you're rounding to. So, for example, if you're rounding to 1 decimal place, you need to look at the number to the right of that, the second number after the decimal place. If you're rounding to 2 decimal places, you need to look at the number to the right of the number you are rounding to. So you need to look at the third number. And if you are rounding to 3 decimal places, you need to look at the 4th number, the number to the right of the number you're rounding to. So, we're looking at this number, we're looking at the number to the right of the number we're rounding to. If this number is 4 or less, then this number stays the same. We just get rid of all the numbers to the right of the number we're supposed to be rounding to, and we leave it exactly the same. But if this number is 5 or greater, then the value goes up by 1. Let's do some examples, right? So, if we are rounding to 1 decimal place, and we have the number 7.14, we look at the number to the right of the number we're rounding to. So this is the second number, and this is 4. 4 is 4 or less. So the number becomes 7.1. Okay? Let's have a look again. Now we're rounding to 1 decimal place still, and we're going to round the number 31.273. So we look at the number to the right of the number we are rounding to. So this is the second number. This is the 7. We don't need to worry about the 3. Just ignore that. So we look at the 7. 7 is above 5. So this means the value goes up by 1. So it becomes, after rounding, 31.3. And let's have a look at one more number to round to 1 decimal place. Let's see, we've got 428.25321. So, we don't have to worry about the 321. We just look at the number to the right of the number we are rounding to, and this is 5. 5 is 5 or above, so the value goes up by 1. So it becomes 428.3. The 2 goes up to a 3 because the number of the right is 5 or higher. Okay, and now let's look at examples when we round to 2 decimal places. Remember, when we round to 2 decimal places, we look at the number to the right of the number we are rounding to. So for 2 decimal places, This would be the third number after the decimal place. So let's have a look. Let's round 5.263 to 2 decimal places. So we look at the number to the right of the 2 decimal places, the third number, and this is 3. 3 is 4 or less, so the number stays the same and we get rid of all of the numbers to the right of the 2 decimal places. So 5.263 becomes 5.26. Another example. 29.145678. So we look at the number to the right of the decimal places. Again, the third number. This number is a 5. Ignore the numbers to the right of that. The 6, the 7 and the 8, not worth looking at, okay? So, the number 5. 5 is 5 or above, so the number increases by a value of 1. So it becomes 29.15. The 4 goes up to a 5, it rounds up. And one more for 2 decimal places, 3,142.7624. So we look at the third number again. This is a 2, so the number stays the same. We get rid of the values to the right of the decimal places that we're rounding to, so the 2 and the 4, they go away, and this rounds to 3,142.76. And let's round to 3 decimal places for our last question. So let's go for 4.12345. Okay, so we're rounding to 3 decimal places. We look at the number to the right of the number we are rounding to. So for 3 decimal places, this would be the 4th number. And in this case, the number is 4, so the numbers stay the same. Get rid of the numbers to the right, shwing. So the number becomes 4.123. Let's have another one, 19.41862. So we're looking at the 4th number. We can see that is a 6. So the number is going to go up as a value of 1. So it's going to become 17.419. It's going to go up by a value of 1 because 6 is above 5. The last number is above 5, so it goes up by a value of 1. And let's look at the last number. Let's have a really big number, see if we can work it out. Okay, 1,982,741.6329. So, don't worry about the fact that the number is really big. We just have to look at the 4th number after the decimal place because we are rounding to 3 numbers. And this is a 9. We know 9 is above 5, so the value increases by 1. So it becomes 1,982,741.633. That number goes up by a value of 1, and we've rounded it to 3 decimal places. Awesome, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, obviously give a like and subscribe. And why not comment below, give me some rounding questions, and I'll see if I can answer them for you. Alright, thanks very much.